I am a PhD candidate, which means I have not received that. I'm still in the process of getting my doctorate in turfgrass management. I'm part of the Plant Soil Microbial Sciences department at Michigan State University. Everything we do at the MSU Turfgrass, we owe everything to the Michigan Turfgrass Foundation. They basically fund our research, and we couldn't do our research without their help. So that's the reason why we are here, to honor them, the Michigan Turfgrass Foundation. And Dr. Rieke, who through his fellowship, named in his honor, I'm able to pursue my degree, my doctorate degree at MSU in turfgrass research. The reason I want to pursue my doctorate is I have a love for turfgrass, and in the future I would like to become a researcher and a professor at some university in the U.S. and continue turfgrass research. And my research is putting green, what they call sand-based putting greens. So what we're trying to do is build the perfect putting green using sand. I know that sounds kind of odd that you can grow things on sand, but that's what a lot of golf courses want. They want things that drain well and they can play any conditions, and that's what sand provides. So my research we're trying to find the optimum way to build these sand greens without hampering water retention in the green. So that's the whole purpose of these sand-based greens, and my research is to try to maintain water content within the profile, the root zone profile of a sand green.
How deep are these greens that you're building?
These greens, well, the USGA, the United States Golf Course Association, they have a standard way of building putting greens. And that standard is going on 50, almost 60 years old. And they've had revisions over the years. And what I've heard recently is they want to revise that standard again in the next few years. So how should I say that? Well, the depth of the green is about 12 inches. 12 inches of root zone. And they're called like a sandwich. If you imagine a sandwich, there's sand, and then they have a gravel layer underneath that sand, and then they have a drainage layer. So they're kind of built in like a tier, like a cake. If you'd imagine a cake, that's kind of how they're built, like a layer cake. Sand over gravel. Right, a lot of things, what we mentioned about technology. We've had a lot of advancements in technology, mainly water sensing devices. There are things called TDRs, or time domain reflectometry, and there's things called field domain. They're sensors basically, and they just sense water content within the soil profile. And that's how we can quantify drainage within that root zone layer, just by using electronic sensors. And there's also equations involved. They had to use equations in the past. Now they can use these electronic sensors and computers now. So, it's a great honor to do research at MSU, at Michigan State University, because they've had a long history of turfgrass research, which goes back into the late 1800s with Dr. Beals' research, and Dr. Rieke. He's added to the knowledge of that body of knowledge in turfgrass research. Dr. Rieke, and there's another man, Dr. James Beard, and as well as Dr. Rogers. They've continued to add to that body of knowledge for turfgrass research. So it is an honor. It's also an honor just to know Dr. Rieke personally. He's a very pleasant man to know, and so it's great. I thank the Michigan Turfgrass Foundation. I thank Dr. Rieke, Dr. Rogers, Michigan State University, College of Ag and Natural Resources. They provided funding for me for my graduate assistantships and my research. And also, I'd like to thank the United States Department of Agriculture. They funded my research in the past. I guess, like, we keep mentioning that body of knowledge. So we had the chance to kind of revise the USGA, the United States Golf Association standards on building these putting greens. And, it's mainly for the benefit of the golf industry and the golf course superintendents and golfers in general. Not just Michigan, it can be in the nation and also worldwide. So that's what I'm excited about. I guess everyone in turfgrass research, and they like the outdoors. It's agriculture basically. You're working with plants and soil, so that's what puts a smile on my face is working with the soil and nature and agriculture basically. I don't know if you can put words on that, on the excitement of, or just the pleasure of benefiting, golfers or the people that work in the green industry. That's something we call the green industry or the golf industry. Michigan is number one in the number of public golf courses in the nation. Even despite our short season, our short growing season, but we're ranked number one. I don't know if Florida and California come in right below us, but that's an honor, I guess, and something unique to Michigan. Our research is benefiting all in the nation, all golf courses, and even golf courses globally, basically. Because the USGA specifications they're kind of world-renowned, and they're far-reaching beyond the United States. I thank the Michigan Turfgrass Foundation, Michigan State's Ag Bio Research, that's part of the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, and I think that got it.